Technically, we're crossing the street right now.
We are.
We're just waiting.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So, my name is Michaela Davis.
Charlie Wilson. Like the singer.
What's up, what's up? My name is Desmond Chavis and I am 91. 19.
I am Araceli Sarieta.
A white man interrupting me.
I got your drink though.
My full name is Helen Simonchina. My age is 18.
My full name is Thalia Bazil.
My full name is Isabella Lalovois, but I go by Bella.
My name is Davy K. Duggar Osborne.
My name's Kiara Daniels, and I'm African American on my dad's side and Dominican on my mom's.
Hi, my name is Kayla Today, and I'm 18 years old.
My ethnicity, I'd say, is black, but I'm also Jamaican.
I am Caribbean American.
I am blackity blacker than black.
I am Panamanian.
What is your ethnicity?
I actually don't know. So I'm just going to say I'm black for right now.
I'm Haitian and Dominican.
I'm first gen, so my mom is Jamaican and my dad is Haitian.
I am African American, Mexican, and Caucasian.
Both of my parents are actually from two completely different parts of the world. My father, born and raised in Mali, West Africa, so I am 99.9% West African at heart. And also, my mother's father was born and raised in Trinidad and Tobago. My grandmother, she was many different ethnicities, too many things to name. So I kind of had the ability to have the best of both worlds when it came to the cultures that I grew up with.
Throughout the industry, we didn't have a lot of representation. I offer a certain extent of representation in this industry beyond just being black, because everyone on our screen has perfect skin, a perfect figure, and I feel like I don't offer that. So to a certain level of extent, I kind of push that limit.
Opportunities like this wouldn't have happened in the past, and those doors have been open now for people like me and other people of color to be on screen, to show representation. I do it for like the little Desmonds, for the little guys and the little girls and the little non-binaries that are looking up to wanting to be in this industry, that don't feel like they are represented well.
I feel like a lot of the times I had to split myself in two to feel represented. You know, it was either I was the stereotypical like sassy black girl, or I was the loud Hispanic. We shouldn't only have to exist within the stereotypes that, you know, the entertainment like industry has forced us to, you know, be in. Yeah.
To me, being black in the industry is all about, I think, speaking my truth and bringing my sense of reality to film through my perspective, through a black perspective, through a black woman's perspective.
Well, I could just dial it down to one answer, and that's just representation. Growing up, I didn't see a lot of versatility in black Americans, especially, you know, Caribbean Americans. I am first gen. I hope to showcase that in the work that I do.
Continuing the work that was paid for us from our black brothers and sisters from the past, and use our own stories, culture, and history, and continue trying to get it represented, corrected if we have misrepresented stories as well.
What it means to be black in the entertainment industry. It means to be able to have the same amount of privileges and opportunity as your white counterparts, as your Asian counterparts, as Hispanic counterparts, Muslim counterparts.
Being black just comes with its disadvantages, and like you have to try harder at things. Showing that you can push through that is strong in itself, but also I just want to be black and be a spy. Like, I just want to do goofy shit, and it doesn't always have to be about the struggle of being a black person. It's important to highlight the strength that it took to get there, but I also think it's fun to just be black.
Every single day, as an artist, as an actress, as a performer, I am working towards those goals to make sure that I make my ancestors proud and also leave a long-lasting legacy of determination and confidence. Growing up for me, my family had little to nothing. Growing up in an impoverished neighborhood, Bedford-Stuyvesant, I was told relentlessly that I would never be anything in life, and the only thing I would be was unsuccessful, in jail, or homeless. Growing up for me, I started to believe those things, but it was not until I got older where I realized that everything that those people said about me and about the community that I came from, it was not true. As an actress, I want to make sure that every single person has a seat at the table. Everyone's voice is heard. I'm currently doing that right now by going to Mason University and making sure that not only my voice is heard, but that my peers' voices are heard as well.
So, as I was saying before, I'm Jamaican. So, for breakfast, I would say Jamaica's national dish, ackee and saltfish, or my mom makes liver a lot, which is really good. I love it, absolutely. Or oxtail.
I love me some oxtail. I love oxtail. My aunt makes it all the time. It's so good.
Yum. Awesome.
Favorite? Favorite? Oxtail, jerk chicken, curry chicken, seafood boiled, fried chicken. I'm kind of off the fried chicken now, but I still eat some fried chicken every now and then. The watermelon, I love the watermelon. I mean, I know it's stereotypical and shit, but I love watermelon. I could keep going on and on because I eat for days. So.
Oh my goodness. Okay, so my mom would make this all the time when I was younger. It's called chicheme, and basically it's like a corn-based meal. You can eat it as like a soup. Some people actually make it cold and they eat it cold. But it's like really sweet. It's delicious. It's so good. If you if I could give you any dish to try, it would be chicheme.
I'm going through the archives. Wait, let me think. Favorite cultural dish? My Nana's homemade like Thanksgiving dinner. She makes everything from scratch. Applesauce. She grows her own apples. Like the vegetables, she grows herself. Like everything is very homemade. Ooh.
My favorite Dominican dish is mango, and my favorite Haitian dish, honestly, anything with fried plantain. Yeah.
So good.
Dish-wise, maybe like oxtail and rice and peas.
Oh.
I know plantains. Plantains has to be like my favorite.
Dalia said the same thing.
She did?
Yeah, she said fried plantain.
Oh, fuck. Simone wants me to say fried chicken.
It's it's fried chicken.
I mean, it probably is fried chicken. There's this really good place at home. It's funny because it's called Big Burger Spot, but they actually make really good fried chicken.
Let me get some of that.
Get that.
I can only think of collard greens. Like, I just love some collard greens. But I remember growing up, like, anytime my mom would make loquio, specifically on salchichas, I eat it up.
It's super hard to choose. To be completely honest, I love my father's lamb, which is one of his African dishes, but I also love my curry chicken roti from Ali's in Brooklyn, New York. That's a place that I grew up eating all the time. So those are my two favorite cultural dishes.
Right now I haven't necessarily done anything, but I'd say the coolest opportunity is being able to audition for a lot of stuff and being able to sign up for a lot of stuff, which is really cool, really fun.
I just did an audition for something. I knew someone that knew the casting director, so
Nice.
on that boat.
Awesome.
But it was really fun.
I got the chance to audition for The Wiz on Broadway for the revival of the role of Tin Man. Today was my callback.
Yay.
Callback audition. So now I'm currently sitting and waiting.
Last year, I was able to play a drag queen, which was very interesting for me. There are like female drag queens, but you don't really get to like examine the culture behind it, behind drag and behind all that. So being able to like play that role and really like get into it, it was so fun. And it was so freeing. Like drag is so freeing, and we don't talk about it enough.
In high school, my freshman year, the musical, I went to Performing Arts High School, so our musical, they went to the Independence Awards at Temple University, and we got to perform, and I'm pretty sure it was televised, and we won Best Musical. It was Into the Woods.
And who did you play?
I was a principal dancer. But it was so fun because we met like all of our like local news anchormen and stuff, so I was like starstruck from that alone, so that was really cool.
I would say it was the first short film that I worked on. It was the first film that I did, period, and I got casted as the main role, which is pretty cool. That was just the coolest. Like, I wasn't expecting that. That was the first acting job I got. If you want to watch that, it's called Newly Academy on YouTube.
I'd say I'm relatively new to the industry, so I haven't like done like a lot of projects or like stuff like that. Just being here, being able to like audition and be here in the FTVC program, I'd say that's like the coolest opportunity I've gotten so far.
I also got to audition for The Wiz. So that was actually really cool. But
Slay.
I feel like being here has been really cool. I mean, I'm in one of the top performing arts
Exactly.
in the country.
You got your spot.
Period. And And I got to like work with seniors as well on like a short film. I'm not sure what's happening with it yet, but that was fun.
The queen of all queens, my love. I love this woman so much. And recently, she just got an EGOT, and it's Viola Davis. I look up to her with my whole entire heart and soul, and I can't wait to meet her one day.
Her whole path, her whole journey is just so inspiring. All her performances, like the way she attacks her work ethic, just all of it, it's just absolutely amazing, and I want to like embody that in my own.
I love How to Get Away with Murder. I started watching that entirely too young, and I watch like videos of her acting advice, and it's always just so good. Like she just knows what she's doing.
She's also a philanthropist, and that's something that truly inspires me as someone who has her own nonprofit organization.
I remember growing up, like I would see like girls that, you know, I never would typically see like in my favorite shows and everything, and I would see them doing exactly what I wanted to do. I guess one of the first people to like really like make me realize that was Keke Palmer, because I like known all of her work since I was really young. And Brandy, that's Queenie. Like those two were like probably the most pivotal like in my life. I really loved all the work that they did, and I wanted to be just like them. And I still want to be just like them. Like I love them so much. And also I want to be that same thing for other little black girls in the world.
James Brown, he had this tenacity about him. He had this passion. The hardest working man in show business was his name, and also the Godfather of Soul. Still inspires me to know that someone from where I'm from, Augusta, Georgia, or North Augusta, South Carolina, those areas, small areas, can make it out and do something big and still be this global icon that broke barriers again.
This might be really controversial, but funny enough, I would say Medea. The only reason why I say Medea is because I did grow up on all of like the Tyler Perry films, and it's really interesting to see like everybody in their family, at least coming from like a black perspective, everybody in their family has a Medea, the crazy head of the house, like head of the family. It's kind of fun to see like the comedic parts of that hit television, so I would say that.
I would say Rihanna, because she's Caribbean. The person that comes to my mind is that girl from The Notebook, Natasha McAdams.
Rachel McAdams?
Rachel McAdams, yes, Rachel McAdams.
I don't think she's black.
No, oh my god, I was supposed to say
She's great though.
She's a sister.
Love Rachel.
Something that inspired me was like Chadwick Boseman and like Wakanda. I was like, now I want to be a black superhero in a movie.
When I was growing up, I wanted to be in the Olympics. I was going to be a track star. And I remember watching the Gabby Douglas biopic, and like I was like, I have to move away from my family because that's what she did, and pursue this. Like I have to go as far as I can go and just push for what I want. And so I remember like being inspired by her, and I think even though I'm not trying to go to the Olympics, having the value of like going as far as you can, not just physically, mentally, just doing whatever to get what you want and go push beyond the limits is important. So I'll say Gabby Douglas is someone growing up.
I grew up watching Angela Bassett from What's Love Got to Do With It to even Black Panther. Whether it's her intense emotions or her ability to be transparent through her acting, she is such a phenomenal performer that I will forever look up to.
Action. Hello.
Hi.
How are you doing today?
I'm really great, thank you. Okay, I'm Lori Justine Lang. I am an adjunct professor in the FTVC program. I teach acting for the first years. My parents are both Jamaican. I'm a first generation Jamaican American.
My full name is Will Cobbs. I am black. I am an adjunct professor here at Pace, and I teach physical prep for the freshmen.
My name is Karamu Kush. I'm the Associate Head of Acting, Film, and TV here at Pace University. I'm white. No, I'm black. I'm African American.
Hi, I'm Jamie Lincoln Smith. I'm an adjunct professor in the Film and Television program here at Pace. Currently this semester I'm teaching television and script analysis. Other semesters I've taught Acting 1 and Acting 2. And my ethnicity is black, with my roots chasing back to Jamaica.
What does it mean to be black in the entertainment industry? I think the first thing that comes to mind is sisterhood, because I think like how far I've gone up until this point, I would say has a lot to do with other black women. It means representation, it means community, and sisterhood.
I feel like being black in the entertainment industry carries a certain weight and responsibility to it because there's an expectation that you are going to be a representative of your people. I came here to play, and that's always what I'm trying to do. Blackness comes along with the ride. It's always been there. It's always going to be there. It's part of my identity.
I mean, that's really an interesting question because beyond me, it's changed a lot in terms of the industry. I mean, I sound like an old man saying this, but I remember a time where that was a problem or an issue, a challenge, whereas nowadays there's lots more access for people who are black. I mean, just like any other culture, man. I mean, once you start to tap into the things that make you and your people unique and special, because we all have something from our culture that really informs our movement in the world and us being the deep and rich and complex and layered people that we are. Once you're able to access that, you know, we can talk ad nauseum about all the things that makes us special, interesting. I mean,
that question is a wide question. For me, that question is bigger than what does it mean to be black in the entertainment industry. It means what does it mean to be black? Because I'm black everywhere, you know what I mean? And as a black person, most of the time we're oppressed in every way. And the same thing happens in the entertainment industry. We have to fight to get our stories made. We have to fight to get our women cast. We have to fight to get our males looked at in a positive light. So my goal is to make sure those things happen. My goal is to tell stories that paint us in a positive light, and so on and so forth.
Oh my God, ackee and saltfish, which is a Jamaican breakfast dish. It's ackee, which is this sort of like yellow fruit that kind of looks like scrambled eggs, but it's not. And saltfish is my favorite thing. I crave it all the time. And there's this one restaurant in Harlem where I live that is owned by two Jamaican British sisters, and they have ackee and saltfish on the menu for brunch on the weekends, and I always go. It's called the Edge Cafe. Yes, let's hype them up.
Yes, the Edge Cafe.
The Edge Cafe in Harlem, right on Edgecombe. Look at me plugging the sister.
Yes.
Sisterhood.
I am a big fan of Indian food. My favorite is lamb Rogan Josh. It's especially when it's made really spicy. Really spicy.
So good.
Yeah, hands down.
I remember that question. Being the conscious eater that I am, I would have to say collard greens.
My favorite cultural dish will have to be stewed chicken.
Oh yes, I'm very excited about this question. Okay, so before I graduated from grad school, I went to Columbia for acting, and I worked on this web series which was called Giving Me Life in the Land of the Deadass. And it was written, directed, and produced by this Afro-Latinx director named Davina Roberts, who is from the Bronx. And this was my first job, even before I graduated from grad school. And it was about like 5 or 6 friends figuring out how to like grow after college in New York City. It felt like such a grassroots filmmaking experience. And it was also just like great to see this like Afro-Latinx woman director doing her thing, building this project. It was just really great to learn from her and be in that environment and meet all of the other actors. And just everyone from that show just loved each other so much.
It's amazing.
And you don't really get that all the time. And sometimes you do a show and you meet people who become your friends and family for a lifetime. So that was my favorite experience so far, Giving Me Life in the Land of the Dead. You get a chance to watch it.
That's Ty. Early in my acting career after grad school, I did a show about the Tuskegee Airmen called Fly. Really cool performance piece to be a part of. I got to learn a lot of history. I got to learn a lot of technical things about flying. We actually reenacted what it was like to be in the cockpit, but it's all synchronized to music and video. It was a multimedia piece. It was awesome. The last show I did on Broadway is Ty for that.
You were on Broadway?
Is This a Room? Yes, I was.
Oh my gosh.
It was called Is This a Room? And it was a play about reality winner. She was one of the whistleblowers for Russia's tampering with the 2016 election. She was charged under the Espionage Act. She was given the stiffest penalty they've ever given anybody for that. So the play itself is made and constructed around the interview text from when the FBI agents came to interview her and subsequently pick her up. It's one of the most challenging shows I've ever done, and also one of the most fun. Definite exercise in listening.
I would say the coolest for me being asked by Sidney Poitier to adapt his book Montaro Kane into a film. We never got a chance to do it, but it was just, I mean, just knowing that he held me in that kind of esteem was powerful, right? And another one that never happened was working with my big bro John Singleton on his Tupac film. I say that one because I remember when I first read it, we were on his boat, this massive 300-page script. And I told him that, I said, but man, this is really powerful. I remember that you would think it's about a musician, and it was, but the whole first 2/3 of the script was about this young man's cultural background and his upbringing and what really made the hip-hop icon that we came to know. So I say those two projects, of course, them being iconic people in the industry, but then secondly, it being the degree of intimacy and the affirmation in their choosing to reveal or share these things with me. It was just so powerful, man.
Wow, that's been a lot. I'll say one of the most recent, most memorable, cool things I did was doing a video game, and they, doing facial recognition for my character, and they put you inside of what seems like a small globe with 250 cameras surrounding you.
Wow, that's awesome.
Yeah, so then they guide you through 250 different facial expressions that one person can make. This is really cool, really cool.
Make sure you value your community. Value the people that are standing right beside you, the people that are in class with you, because those are the people that you will come up with in this industry. You need to share information and collaborate with the people next to you and value those relationships. Don't just be trying to get in front of, someone famous or someone with a lot of clout who you think can help you get to that next step. You need to value your community and value the people of color right next to you.
Totally, yeah.
Find a passion, hobby, something that exists outside of the entertainment business. See if you can make some money off of that passion or hobby. There's a lot of hurry up and wait in our business, and you can miss out on life waiting, just trying to be available for something that may or may not come. Live life, go travel, do things that'll give you life experience. Feed yourself outside of this business so that you can bring your best and fullest self to the business.
Don't compromise. Don't compromise, because there's something that you have to impart that only moves through you. That's the juice. That's what we're looking for. The world needs you to come with that voice and that juicy thing that only can move through you.
I can do one sentence, actually.
Awesome.
Be you. Never be afraid to be yourself. Your story is important.
Perfect. Thank you so much.
Thank you.